So I was 6 years old at Willetton Basketball. My older brother Sean started playing down there and I obviously went and watched. That was my first introduction to basketball and I think I just grew a love for the game at that point. Growing up with our family was amazing. We grew up in Jandakot on 2.5 acres and we had a tennis court, so at the either end of the tennis court Dad put a basketball hoop for me and there was a cement pitch out the back for the boys in their cricket. Being in WA made my career. You know, you're exposed to so many coaches. You're under the eye of the WA coach. It was Rick Morecambe, who was my first Western Australian coach. So that pathway through Western Australia made my career. I remember it vividly. So Jenny Bedford missed a game in the WNBL. She had an exam on the day that we were due to travel and she couldn't move it. So, you know, I was 16 years old and I got the call up and I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I travelled all the way over to Townsville. It was a close game and I wasn't sure whether I'd get on. And he put me on. I think I was on for about 3 or 4 minutes and, you know, I think I scored 6 points and I just remember that feeling, you know, it was just so much adrenaline, excitement. And I remember in that moment thinking, this is exactly where I want to be. I have so much, you know, passion for Willetton. It was where my basketball career started. The years that we won those championships, we had a three-peat. So with the likes of Kate Malpass, Zoe Harper, Ebony Antonio, Jasmine Hooper, we had a really great team. We were great mates and I think that's what made it so awesome. So playing the both for me was a real privilege. The fact that I could represent WA for 6 months of the year, get myself right after that, have a couple of weeks rest and then go back in and be able to be around, you know, my club and the place for me that always felt like home was awesome. There's definitely 2 standout favourite players for me. The first one was Mel McClure. When I came into the WA program, she'd been at the Institute of Sport and came over to Perth and she was just an amazing leader. She really took me underneath her wing. She was able to teach me a lot of things. She was also able to nurture my way through as a young player, but she played such a huge part early on in my career and I'm just forever thankful to her. Obviously the other one, Tali Bevilacqua, just an amazing athlete. The 1 year that I had with her here playing for WA was amazing. Again, I learned so much more about the game. Her basketball IQ is phenomenal and I wish she stayed here longer, but you know, in that 1 year, she certainly impacted my career a lot. There's so much that I want to give back to basketball and for me coaching has just been a wonderful outlet. I've really enjoyed it. Being a mum has obviously been one of my greatest achievements outside of basketball, so Willetton are incredibly understanding with that and I love coaching. I love learning about the game. I mean, it's continually evolving and trying to empower these young female athletes coming through on, you know, what they can do and how great it is to play basketball in Western Australia.